Hello there, and my name is Matt Trainer, and today I want to talk about our thought life. And our thought life is so critical to our perspective. And it's so imperative that we understand that what we dwell upon grows. And whatever we consciously believe in, our subconscious mind then can embrace as a fact. So whether we're getting good information or not so good information, and if we agree with it, that is conditioning our subconscious mind almost like a torpedo. So whatever our conscious minds think about, our subconscious mind agrees with, and that dominates the way that we think. So it's so important that the information that we put in our brains, because our input determines our outlook and our output, that the information that we're putting in is voluntarily and intentionally dictating the way that we think and making sure that it's good and it's clean and it's pure. And it's not always secluding ourselves from everything, because we're not going to be able to seclude ourselves from the media and from the news and all these different kind of areas of life. But we can guard our thinking in such a way where the first thing that we do first thing in the morning is put something good, clean, and positive into our brains, so it governs the way that we think. Because like I said, what we dwell upon grows, and it's not what you think you are, but rather what you think you are. So whatever dominates our thinking each and every day is what we invariably become. And at the same time, our thoughts become, like I said, like torpedoes. So the way that we think, it attracts certain things into our lives. Not only that, our thinking determines our perspective. So we are then aware of certain things because it's almost like we're looking for certain things. It's like what we think about all day long, we are then able to see when it comes into our lives. So with that being said, our minds cannot hold two thoughts at the same time. Now we might be able to go in and out of thinking in a certain way, but it can't hold faith and fear at the same time. Either you're fearful or you're faithful. We need to be warriors and not worriers. And I'm challenging myself too, because we can all fall susceptible to the cares of this world that try to come in and try to take our thought life and dominate our thinking. But we need to dominate our thinking with the way that we put information into our brain. So I want to conclude by saying once you have been stretched by a new thought or a creative idea, your mind can never go back to the original dimension. Like I said, what we dwell upon grows. And it's so imperative that we intentionally take control of our thought life, because when we control our thinking, we can control our lives. And it's so important that no matter what goes on around us, that we determine the input in our lives, and we are not so affected by everything that happens to us, but we dominate our thinking in the present moment. So again, it's not what we think we are, but rather what we think we are. So I want to conclude by saying, no problem, man. My man, hey, thought life is key. Make sure your thought life is on point so you can dominate reality. All right? And you got to influence society with the way that you think and the way that you do life. So I want to conclude by saying our thought life is key, and our thought life determines our perspective, and make sure that you dominate your thinking in such a way that you dominate reality today. So peace, I'll see you next time, and our thinking and our input determines our output.